This is a story of passion and resilience by a group of dedicated women, those of the Renaissance and those of the 21st century.
The film Invisible Women is about Jane Fortune's quest to discover and save the works of art by forgotten women. Hundreds of people turned out for the premiere in Florence just days after it was announced the film had won the most prestigious prize in television, an Emmy.
I'm over the moon. I mean, it's just incredible. I would never, ever, ever have thought this. And the nice thing is, as you say, it is bringing to light, really not, it's not me. It's bringing to light all these pieces that no one has seen and no one knows about. And therefore, finally, as I say, they're getting their due. And that's so important.
Jane Fortune first came to Florence when she was a young woman and she instantly fell in love with the place. Little did she know, all these years later, she'd be back celebrating a huge success. Jane Fortune's quest all started with a book she found about the native Florentine painter Suor Plautilla Nelli. Few people had heard of her, and so Jane decided to explore further how many other women artists remained unknown.
I was fascinated with this woman, she's a nun, she was a nun, self-taught, and I asked my Italian friends and my American friends in Florence if they had ever heard of her, and nobody had heard of her. And here is someone who's considered the first known woman painter of Florence. So, my brain says, if they don't know who she is, how many more works of art by women do they not know about?
5 years of research later, she wrote the book Invisible Women, published by the Florentine Press. It was just a matter of time until the documentary came about.
There is a lot of people that really love Jane Fortune because, of course, she has, the possibility of being here and to spend good time and to leave Florence, but it's not enough for her. She wants to leave a sign. She wants to bring what is not known to the world. So she has decided to invest her life in a project, in a mission. Let me say, in a mission to make the women, the forgotten artists in Florence, visible. And so it's the dream of all the expats to live a love story. This is a love story of Jane Fortune with the women artists. I feel very proud.
As artists, they were just as creative and groundbreaking as their male contemporaries. But unlike Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci, they never shared the same fame. The most important idea behind the book was to create an inventory of all the works of art by women artists. While there were 125 pieces on display in Florence's museums, a staggering 2,000 pieces were in storage, and many of them were in desperate need of restoration. Little was known about the women and their lives, which made researching the book all the more difficult.
The ones we're talking about were not allowed to go to school. They couldn't see a nude body. I mean, they had no rights. They really had no rights. Even being married, if you were married, you couldn't take any money. It was your husband that got the money. Your husband signed the contract. So basically, they were nobody. And a lot of times, these works were signed by the father, the brother, the uncle, whoever it might be, or it would be signed J Smith. Well, J Smith could be Jane, Joe, it could be anything. You don't know.
Jane says she is continuing to discover new works of art all the time, and her work will never stop. For now, though, she is looking to open a gallery so some of the works they have rediscovered and saved can be enjoyed by everyone. The fact the film has won the Emmy means it will now be screened worldwide, and this extra exposure will help make the artists and their work all the more visible.